What's up people, Tasaran here, and yep, you guessed it, it is the start of a brand new series. This is Wrath of the Lich King. It's the private server from Warmane. This is Lordaeron, which is a 1 times XP rate. There is another one, Ice Crown, which is 7 times, which is just ridiculous. Not doing that. I want to do this proper. Now, Wrath of the Lich King is definitely one of my favourite expansions. It was, in my opinion, the start of the downfall of World of Warcraft because of the dungeon finder, but there was an awful lot I loved, absolutely loved about it, and the opportunity to play a Death Knight, I'm hyped. I am hyped. Now, if you you may remember, I did start a Wrath of the Lich King Death Knight series before with a gnome, and that was on retail, so unfortunately it was after all the changes. But as this is a private server, it is Death Knight as far as I'm concerned they should be when they came out. They were a bit OP when they first came out. I'm not sure whether or not this is the dulled down version, but it's got all the lovely plague spreading and everything that I really enjoyed. Now you can see as well, before we get started, I've got a few different add-ons. I've got one called Mika Scrolling Combat Text. You would see that kick off when we actually start fighting. I'm also using this Ice Hut, which puts our health bar and stuff sort of more central to the screen. That should make things a little bit easier to follow, or harder, I don't know. Oh, he's loud. Now I know when I click this he's going to talk endlessly for a while. There's not much I can do about that. The Lich King does love the sound of his own voice. So let's get this out of the way first.
Conquer in my name. Vengeance I bestow upon you, my chosen knight. I have granted you immortality, so that you may herald in a new, dark age for the Scourge.
See, now you think that's it, don't you? You think that's it. But I'm pretty sure he's going to say something else. Got some prisoners. Prisoners, as you can see as well, I am using Questy on this one. I don't pay a great deal of attention to it. I don't know why why it's gone back up there. Why are you up there? I'm going to put you down there. Now I understand that this may... Let's just raise you up a bit. I don't want you to be too hidden behind where the face cam's going to go. Let's just make sure it's... Yeah. That'll do. Just really just so I can... He's going off again, isn't he? It's fine. It's fine. Okay, now obviously there are a lot of changes to Wrath of the Lich King compared to, say, Vanilla, which is the series that I've been sort of doing so far, but because there's so many, I'm just going to, go through them as we come rather than stop anymore. Okay, in service of the Lich King, you have heard the call of the Lich King. Ooh, Death Knight. Now is the time to answer your master. I'm not going to read all of them, because some of them do take for ages, but we're going to work on rune forging and getting our first blade. There's one. I am a blood elf. I've gone with the horde because, well, you would, wouldn't you? Mainly because I prefer the blood elf to, let's say, whatever it was that come out with it, the Draenei. And it's the only two races that, not available in vanilla. So what I've done A bit like if you remember, my Tauren Hunter was a recreation of the first character I ever made on Warcraft. This is a recreation of the first Death Knight I ever made on World of Warcraft. Which means, profession-wise, I'll be going with engineering. Purely because that's what I did. Yay, right, so we've now got rune forging. Get rid of that, what you're doing. You can go there. You've got a quest for us. Is it a quest to actually enchant it? It is. But we've got a thing here. A rune forge is right here. Okay, so we've got Cinder Glacier. Affixes your rune weapon with a rune that has a chance to increase the damage by 20% for your next 2 attacks that deal frost or shadow damage. Modifying your rune weapon requires a rune forge in the Ebon hold. And Razor Ice affixes your weapon with a rune that causes 2% extra weapon damage as frost. It increases enemies' vulnerability to your frost attacks. Modifying your rune weapon requires a bloody blah. Now, I'm going to be going, if that freaky whispering ever stops, I'm going to be going more unholy because that's what I prefer. So, Cinder Glacier is probably the best thing to go for. Definitely. Okay, let's just go through our initial attacks. Icy Touch, which is a nice slice of loveliness, chills the target for 127 to 137 frost damage and infects them with frost fever, a disease that deals periodic damage and reduces melee and ranged attack speed by 14% for 15 seconds. Very high threat when used in frost presence. We've got Plague Strike, a vicious strike that deals 50% weapon damage plus 63 and infects the targets with Blood Plague, a disease dealing shadow damage over time. I do love the damage over time. Blood Strike. Instantly strike the enemy causing 40% weapon damage plus... No, I think I've got these around the wrong way. Plus 104 total damage increased by 12.5% for each of the diseases on your target. Death Coil. Fire a blast of unholy energy causing 167 shadow damage to an enemy target or healing 251 damage from a friendly undead target. Now I don't know, at the moment I'm trying to get them, the action bars to how I had them before. I don't remember Bloodstrike being there. I thought it was... And then that was on 5. Yeah, that I think's about right. So yeah, bear with me. This, say, I've been wanting to do this phrase. I didn't fucking do it. Right, so I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Cinder Glacier. I don't know. Let's have a look at them. There's a Rune Forge. Put it on. Dude, seriously? Okay, you've got to actually have your balls in the forge for it to work. Okay, let's stick it on. Yeah, that's lovely. Lovely. Okay, Instructor Revenus in the Ebon Hold has commanded you to free an unworthy initiate and then kill the unworthy initiate in cold blood. It's my life or theirs, apparently. Okay, so who should we pick on? Who should we pick on? Who should we pick on? I know many people... You're going to want me to do the gnome, aren't you? Let's do the gnome. I'm going to back up. Looks like he's nearly ready for me. my disease is on, then a coil. Ooh. Not too bad, 51.4 DPS. Is that good? Don't know. So yeah, you see the combat text kicking off there. I don't know whether or not I'll keep it or not. When I played this before, I didn't have that, so it was more of, will you please, seriously. It was more of, there was numbers all across the screen. This is kind of put it so we can actually see more of the actual combat action. But I've got to be honest, seeing numbers all over the screen when I was spreading my diseases was something that I really like. So whether or not that add-on stays, don't know yet. Don't know. Don't know.
Your will is not your own.
Now this is one of those quests that I just love getting out the way. Okay, got to zoom out, otherwise you can't see shit. And we're going to head to the destination. Okay, so basically it's a kind of spying on the Scarlet quest. There's 4 buildings that we need to, 4 buildings. We need to kind of do a kind of scan. I'll summon those. That's it, siphon. So we currently don't have control just yet. Took a while to go down. Right, let's give them something to do. Nothing's happening. I did the summon undead thing, but it didn't actually summon any undead. Calls forth ghouls. Ah, there we go. And that kind of keeps them busy. We're supposed to do it near the buildings, really. Let's go over there. It's taken me a very long time to get this going, because just like when Wrath of the Lich King first came out, you had to have a level 55 character to be able to create a Death Knight, because Death Knight started at level 55. So I painstakingly, in my own time, just quickly leveled up. It was a hunter I went with, obviously. You know, just so I could get this series started. You know, so this series has been a long time in the making. And we're done. I think we can just shoot back, can't we? Yeah, recall the eye. Beautiful. Right, let's zoom back in so we can actually see who we are. Which reminds me, something that I do need to mention, because obviously this is a new private server that I haven't done the series on yet. Warmane offers the new character models from Warlords of Draenor, which is awesome. I don't think it's... Is it display? Show helm. So we are rocking the new character models, as I said, from Warlords of Draenor. So this has got all the gameplay of Wrath of the Lich King, but with the updated sort of look to it. So this should suit all, hopefully. Either way, it does suit me. I'm well happy.
Must end.
Okay, commands you to carry his orders to High Lord Lordaeron Mograine at the Ebon Hold. And this will give us a run faster in this place, which will be awesome. Because, gotta be honest, it's quite big. Jump. Okay, and he be down here.
His eyes are upon you at all times.
And we also get an upgraded... Oh, lovely. A new neck chain. Dinner's ready. Okay, so this is going to give us +7 strength, +10 stamina, and +1 to our hit rating. So, damn, that's cool. Yeah, we'll grab that quest. And I can just see there's another quest handing up there. What I'm going to do though is I'm just going to put the display helm back on. I tend to only turn that off if the helmet we have is really, you know, bad.
I will listen for now.
Okay, so this is like a free quest thing.
Leave me be.
Which gives us...
Yes.
Okay, I seek training.
We are done here.
What? Damn.
Ashes.
1,000 gold.
Ashes.
We've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I wonder why they're still saying that. Was it one for each? Because they're the blood people. Unholy. And over there is clearly the frost lot. We're going to report to the Scourge Commander. Who is this? Do not remember her at all.
We press on.
Okay, get to the breach.
Another time.
Sounds good, the Griffin's there. Now I'm pretty sure it's him. I think after a while he'll be stood over here. And this mount that you see him on, we get to have that. And I think it's, from what I can remember, I think it was 950 gold. If memory serves. Which would be insane. Right, we've got no music. Let's put some music on. If there is any. I'm so scared. Now obviously the only sort of, you know, Death Knight play that I've done has been through the course of retail from Wrath of the Lich King right up till, you know, Legion now. Or I suppose BFA will be out now. It was a lot, you know, it got really, really easy, didn't it? Like, everything, the whole game became just ridiculously easy. This is going to be going back. It's not as hard as vanilla, but it certainly should provide us with a few challenges. Nice. Now I'm just going to collect all of the quests. That's my first port of call. And I will do my best to do them in the most efficient order possible, really. Nice. So, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to duel.
For now.
Can't make us have a rock. Let's see how many battles we can go through before we need to feed. Hey! That actually healed him. And when it comes up, oh, it does, you can do healing to undead. I'm guessing obviously it worked okay on him because he was a Death Knight, but that's something I don't remember. I thought it was just undead. Okay, I am really, really screwed. Okay, I managed to get 2 in. 2. Let's put that down here so I can get it easy. 2. Do you see how much damage we took? Now I've got my blood presence on. This strengthens the Death Knight with the presence of blood, increasing damage by 15% and healing the Death Knight by 4% of the damage dealt. Only one presence may be active at a time. And from what I can remember, it takes a while before we actually get presence of the Unholy. And I know a few of you will be saying, oh, Frost is better. Frost is better. I know, but I prefer Unholy. I play for fun. Okay, kicking my ass. Really hurting my feelings. I don't have a hearthstone either for some reason. Don't know why, just don't. This is insane. Right, is that on there? Because don't know why it's showing all there.
Make it quick.
Right. Are we ready? Are we ready? That went much better. What was he? That was an undead. I don't know whether or not it makes a difference. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but yeah, get on with it. Nice. That's all 5 of them done. Might as well hand it in. Because this is the one quest that you can do actually here. The others we need to actually go down into Scarlet territory. All movement impairing effects and thingies. So yeah, I'll have it. Put a sticker on. Or Swarm. And I've gained a talent point. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Okay, Butchery. Whenever you kill an enemy that grants experience or honour, you generate up to 10 runic power. In addition, you generate 1 runic power per 5 seconds while in combat. So that's good if you're just going to crack on. Increases the critical strike chance of Blood Strike, Scourge Strike, Heart Strike and Obliterate by 3% and reduces threat generated while in blood or unholy presence. Whenever your blood runes are on cooldown, you gain the Blade Barrier effect, which decreases damage taken by 1% for the next 10 seconds. Your Icy Touch deals an additional 5% damage, and your Frost Fever reduces melee and ranged attack speed by an additional 2%. Increases maximum runic power by 15, so we can get 130 runic power. Not bad. Increases the armor value of your items by 2% and reduces the duration of all movement and slowing effects by 6%. That's pretty good. Increases the critical strike chance by 3% and critical strike damage bonus by 15% of your Plague and Scourge Strike. So that's these two beauties. Right, okay, that's something I missed. It increases the damage by 12.5% for each of the diseases on your target. So, as a rotation, I want Icy Touch, Plague Strike, then Blood Strike. Increases your dodge chance by 1%. Increases your chance to hit with your spells by 1%, it reduces the chance that your damage over time diseases can be cured by 10%. This is interesting. Because I'm unholy, I love unholy. Corpse explosion. Oh. Yes! Corpse explosion. You blow corpses up and it does AoE damage. I mean, what more could you possibly ask for in a Death Knight? I'm going to go Vicious Strikes. For better or worse, that's what I'm doing. It's happening. This is happening, people. This is actually happening. Now, while we're walking down, this will give me a chance to tell you about another thing that Wrath of the Lich King introduced. And that was... Yep, achievements. And that is something I am really excited about. You know, to be able to quite simply do the achievements like as a clean slate. Something I just could not do on retail. Now obviously it's not totally clean slate because I've had to level a character to get to this stage where I can actually roll a Death Knight. And then nice, and then just keep doing that until Death Coil props. That's a pretty good rotation. I like that. I'm going to head this way because I want to get the arrows first and I want to end up getting the horse last. Right, so none of my diseases actually spread yet. Oh, I completely fucked that up. I ended up starting off with that. Let's try that. And these don't give XP, which is a shame, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Come here!
I like it. And if you're wondering why I have the gaps, it's because I do have my action bar set a particular way. So these peasants are easy enough to do. No line of sight.
Get over here!
Yeah. That's going to be the thing now, isn't it? Sometimes these kind of, you get more than one. Oh. Oh no. Stop doing that for a start. It's the only interrupt I've got.
Do you think it would hesitate to kill you? A monster like you?
We're going to complete that because it's free XP and it's not disappearing, is it? Forget that. It's all rubbish. That is weird how they're staying. I've got to admit, I have found, since leveling this, I have found a few bugs. Particularly mobs on, like, say, like, you know, hill bits like this. I find quite a few times I've seen a mob sort of go to the top and then sort of fall through the middle. Still in combat. Bit annoying, but can't be helped, I guess. Now, what is that there? There's literally no reason for that to be here at all. Come on, take it, bitch.
Get over here!
Now, I know I don't need those anymore, and they don't give XP. But I'm a Death Knight, you know, I'm causing havoc. At the moment, we are the bad guys. Yeah. I do love the animation of a blood elf with a two-handed sword. The way they sort of go round the back. Looks really cool. Yeah, Death Knight heaven. What I'll do is once I am able to start spreading the diseases and the sort of, you know, the damage over time ticking all over the screen, I may well turn off the combat text. I actually got an arrow out of a dog. That's cool. Oh, there's horses up there. I didn't know that. Because usually I get the horses from the centre, where there's a rare elite that kicks your ass. Well, not a rare elite, I don't think. He's just an elite. I haven't seen any citizens actually running past me screaming yet. Not that I can recall, anyway.
Get over here!
Okay. I guess that helps. So did I get all of them then? Must have done.
Come here!
But it is a good idea to clear a bit of a space. I'll tell you what, I'm not taking anywhere near as much damage as what I was from the dueling. Someone outside.
No mercy.
Oh, sweet. I'll have you instead then. I don't know who they are. Someone outside. Sorry about that. It happens. Bye. Right. No, it doesn't matter which one we choose. Because the Death Charger is always the same, which is a bit of a shame. I would like my Death Charger to be like... That's it, end him. That's it, level 56 Elite. Ah, there we go. Why is that keep coming up? Okay, maybe in trouble now. How close is he? He's getting very close. Beat that while I can. Quick, 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 quick. Oh, have a word with yourself. They all got themselves a brass pair or something because I'm injured. Well, that was ever so slightly insane, wasn't it? Anyway, there's my stallion. Yes! Now, why can't I get a Death Charger Colt? I mean, how cool would that be? Oh no. I'm in trouble. Speed. Yeah, probably should have healed up first. Come on, please. Oh, you're having a giggle. You're having a giggle. Come on. No, no, no. Not my fucking horsey. Oh, nice one. Guys, kick his ass, mate. Please, kick his ass. Okay, we're tanking the same one. Come on. Die! I genuinely cannot believe we survived that. Right, what I'm going to do... Look at it, look at it, look at it. Okay, so heavy rune cloth will give us 2,000. 1,300. So we can do less than half. See, I'm just wondering whether or not we'd get more points if I did like the first 5. Let's see. If I get a point for every one, we're laughing. Nice. Didn't quite make it. If it was one for everyone, I'd have cracked on then. But it wasn't. And heavy mage weave, we've only got the one, so we can't use those up first. Oh, well, we gotta do that, get my little colt thing. But isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? And if you could get a Death Charger that was actually, you know, of the colt or stallion or whatever that you got, Mustang. Yeah, I'd love to go around in Mustang, we wouldn't. Yeah, it's just a shame. I'd have loved to have had a Death Charger Colt. You see, he weren't aggroing me then. He couldn't give a toss about me. He was like, who are you? Right, because we need to worry about the health of the actual colt. Oh, you're all coming after me, are you? What, you two can shut up. Oh, why did you do it on him? Shit. I don't think I'm going to be as lucky this time. Right, does it work on me? No. good. Not me. Right, let's heal up. Luckily we've got somebody else who's taken all that aggro. And I've got... Oh, shit, he's still there. That sounded promising. Oh, it was hurt. Yeah! Here we go, rock and roll. Got my Colt back. Look at that. Simply the coolest death charger you can get in the game, if it was possible. Fucking awesome. It didn't look so bad on the previous retail version of the Death Knight series that I did because I was a gnome. That looks so much better. But it has made me sort of really kind of think, because obviously our racial mount is a fucking emu, ostrich type thing. Oh, it's not him. I need to deliver the package first, don't I? Where is he? Where are you? The Horseman's Challenge. We'll do that now. We'll do that now. Okay, so like I was saying, the last time I run down here and was rudely interrupted. We've got the achievements. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm recording this episode, or these couple of episodes now, to get us through the initial stages of the Death Knight. Because, of course I would. Then what I'm going to do is break away and obviously do my best to catch up on professions, because they're going to be at skill level 1. And try and do, you know, like soloing the lower level dungeons. I'm going to be, you know, uncovering the map and trying to get all the achievements that I possibly can and try and catch it up. So for me, it'll be, you know, several weeks between episodes, but hopefully when I do release them for you guys, it'll just be the next episode, but you won't notice the space between. Boom, 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 boom. And as with also you know, the same with the retail version, if you want to join me, by all means, if I get enough people in, I will start a guild going, and we'll do some Ice Crown Citadel and stuff, you know, later on together as a group. I think that would be really, really cool. So yeah, if you want to join me exactly the same way, just join me, it's all good. Why are you hitting me? Why was he hitting me? Okay, we got the Death Charger and we got, ooh, a relic. Increases the damage dealt by your Blood Strike and Heart Strike by 90. There we go, look at that. Giddy Up, Fast and the Furious. We've got some riding skills. Is that both riding skills then? It is. Sweet as a nut. Sweet as a nut. Okay, let's check this shit out. So it's, oh yes, it is there. So to get to your mounts and companions and stuff, they're not found in collections, because there isn't any collections. They're actually found in the character sheet under pets. Same as if you got your hunter. So let's use this mount. Beautiful. And we've also now got, wow, 4 unspent talent points. Shows how much I've been concentrating. So let's put the other one on Vicious Strike, so that's now the daddy. And we've got 3, so... chance to hit is wicked. But it's only spells. But that's fine. As an unholy, I do mostly use spells, so... let's do that. See, I don't know whether or not it's worth me keeping it on melee, because this is something that came out in Burning Crusade, where you've got the different... you can actually choose, so tanks will have it on defences. I'll leave it on melee for now, because that's how we're going to determine whether or not our gear is an upgrade or not. Okay, Valar's Signet Ring. Nice. Nice. Let's have a look. Okay, so we got that, the sigil, we've got the signet ring, so this is going to replace the corrupt band. Got a potion, beautiful. And I'm going to make some more. Heavy rune cloth. I'm not going to bother making the mage weave. I don't think we're going to need it. Or the silk. We certainly don't need it for skill up, so that's going to be something for me to put in the auction house. And we're already 5 gold in. 5 gold. What? We haven't even finished handing in yet. Let's finish handing in. So you're the dude that wants the arrows, clearly. Frost, shadow, nature. Now, I'm not entirely sure how long we're going to have this for. So they're all the same, it's just the resistance that's different. So we're going to be spending an awful lot of our initial time in, obviously, Outland and Hellfire Peninsula. That's the sort of area that this cloak is going to be covering. Which means, where's the one for fire fucking resistance? Is it shadow? Shadow resistance? Let's go by what they look like. So the shadow resistance is red and black. We've got the purpley kind of smeg colour for nature. And that's quite a nice one. It goes with what we're wearing as the frost resistance. I imagine when it comes to PvP, we're going to be coming across a lot of other Death Knights at this stage. So frost and shadow, and frost looks better. That's what I'm going to go with. Nice. It's a shame the sword clips it, but that is the only shame. As far as I'm concerned, this is cool as hell. Right, so this is going to be our only quest. Valanar. Speak to Gothic. Okay, use the crate to turn miners into ghouls. Yeah, I'm bang up for that. But sadly, that is all the time I have got for this episode. Thanks an awful lot for watching. I do really appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And again, by all means, come in, join me, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with the 1 to 60 content anyway, so you'll have time to catch up if that's what you want to do. I can't say fairer than that. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you all in the next one.
You shall be king.